want to talk about the clothing that I'm taking on the loan. So they said it's going to be cold and wet, so I have prioritised around that. Mind you, that's the Australian version of cold, where it generally doesn't get below about -5, maybe -10 degrees C, even up in the snowy mountains. So we're probably not going to have to put up with much below 0 degrees C. So with the rain in mind, I've got these are mountaineering Mont top of the range Goretex overpants. These are some down pants that I bought in Nepal. They're fake ones, but they're real down, and they're going to be great for just sitting around the campfire when it's cold, conserving energy. Because when you're feeling cold, then you're basically burning energy trying to stay warm, even if you're just sitting still. Goretex outer shell. This is a Hunter's Element Atlas jacket, and it's very long, very waterproof and breathable, and it's a really good choice. It's also another top of the range kind of jacket. It's $500. It's a little bit sort of subdued colours. Now, I don't know whether we can stalk anything, but I did want to have at least camouflage stuff. So if it does come down to stalking with a spear, for example, I've got something that I'm not going to stand out in. So I've got kind of hunting pants, which are synthetic, fleecy lined, a little bit waterproof, a little bit windproof, but not much. They're going to be my kind of everyday pants. I've also got a camouflaged light fleece speaker, which is going to be what I need if I'm going full camo. And also if I'm going really camo, I've got another cotton shirt back there. This is just a winter coat. It's actually down. I would have been happy if it wasn't down, because down when it gets wet doesn't keep you warm. But this is a Mountain Warehouse very warm jacket with a hood. It's synthetic rabbit fur, but this will be useful for tying flies and stuff like that. I've got a Cobra hat. We can take 2 hats. This is really an umbrella. So when it's raining, if I'm wearing my jacket, I don't have to have the hood on to keep myself dry, or the water's going to go off the outside. So yeah, basically I don't need it much for sun because I'm pretty tanned anyway, but for keeping the rain off, Cobras are really good hats. Boots. These are hunting boots. They're called bogs. They're really gumboots, but they're made of very soft material. It's neoprene at the top here, and they're very comfortable to wear. They don't breathe at all, but that'll be quite a useful boot. Obviously camouflaged as well. We're allowed to take standard gumboots. I've taken red ones. These are red. The red sole here, so I can cut them off and make lures out of them, because red's a good colour for lures. These are also steel cap. I might be able to repurpose that steel for something. I don't see myself actually needing to use these, so I might end up just using them as a bucket, or cutting rubber strips off the top as a like elastic tool for making traps or whatever. These are just Bellevue Goretex boots. These are actually my flying boots. They were issued to me when I was a pilot. They're not steel cap or anything, but they're just good boots. They're fairly heavy, but good, solid, comfortable pair of boots. And I've been wearing these this brand for about 12 years or so I know they're good. Black's not my choice colour because it's not very camouflage. I prefer brown, but I don't need to fork out for a whole new set of boots just for that. I can always dirty them up if I need camouflage. Gaiters, canvas, cedar summit gaiters. Tassie's like really scrubby. Let's sit on my butt here. So gaiters are really handy because you just going through scrub all day long. 6 pairs of socks. They're all wool because they keep you warm when you're wet. Cotton's a really bad material because it stays wet. It's a vegetable fibre, so its purpose in life is to hold water. Wool is from sheep, and its purpose in life is to keep a sheep warm even when it's wet, so that's why wool's good, cotton's bad. Synthetic's okay, but synthetic stinks. These are sealskin socks. They basically have something similar to Goretex, like a Goretex membrane in them, and they keep your feet completely dry. I haven't used them, but I might find them handy. Gloves. These are sealskin gloves. Like the socks, they have a membrane in them, and even though they just look like knit gloves, they are 100% waterproof. You can submerge your hand and stay completely dry, and they're also insulated. So fishing when it's like really windy and cold, that is going to be a huge bonus. I think they're going to be light enough that I can feel fishing line through them as well. These are just glove liners, thin merino wool. Where I could, I've gone merino. I'll go on this shirt. This is just a cotton shirt, but I'm happy to have a cotton shirt. Having a few things cotton is useful because if you do want to soak water up or use it as a towel, then cotton is a really good choice. That's why towels are generally made of cotton. And if I'm making a kayak and I need to sponge out the kayak, I can use this t-shirt for that. I have got a prescription for safety glasses. I'm a pilot, and I went and got a prescription for safety glasses because that is my career, and I'm using axes a lot, so I'm going to be wearing safety glasses every time I'm using an axe. Building my dugout canoe last year, 14 months, I had my eyes were saved at least twice by having safety glasses when a big wood chip went smack straight to where my eye was. We're allowed a toothbrush. We can't repurpose it. It's just for cleaning teeth, because otherwise it'd make a perfect lure, but it's just for cleaning teeth. Belt, nothing fancy, it's just a leather belt. Photo, got the family photo. Unfortunately, when printing happened, it chopped my wife's head off a little bit. But anyway, that's the photo. More gloves. These are just Goretex ski gloves. And these are just standard leather kind of work gloves that I bought from Bunnings. Shamag or headscarf. This is a Saudi Arabian headdress actually. I bought it in Saudi Arabia when I was living there for 5 years. And the reason I like it is because it's really, really thin. So thin that I can use this as a mozzie net if I have to. And your whole life can be ruined if you're in a place where there's mozzies and you've got no way of protecting yourself from them. So that is the primary reason I've taken that particular headscarf. Yeah, and I can repurpose it. The colours are great for fishing lures and stuff as well. This is another neck gaiter, which is just camouflage, so I can put a slit in this and make myself pretty camo if I want, if there's a need for it. That's just a fleecy neck gaiter, just a standard wool beanie, nothing rocket science. Merino undies. I've never had merino undies. They're very expensive, like $45 a pair, but I'm taking them. They just increased our undies allowance. We're actually allowed 6 pairs now, so I went and got boxer shorts. I never wear boxer shorts, but these ones are basically big, so I can, and colourful, so I can make lures out of them, various colours. These ones are really stretchy, so once again, elastic is really useful for a lot of things, particularly in trap making if we're making live animal traps. Once again, check out the colours of there. They're awesome. That yellow there's an awesome colour for fishing lures. And these are just cotton undies, in case, once again, I wanted to use cotton for something. This is a wool jumper, a really nice one, like $200. MKM Originals, made in New Zealand. It's got like a softer wool on the inside and a coarser wool on the outside. It's still a little coarse on your skin if you're wearing it, but it's really nice and big and thick. I reckon I've actually got more warm weather stuff than I'm going to need, but things like this other wool jumper, they're just going to be my bed. I'm basically just going to lie on top of these and use them if I have to. Here's just a cotton long sleeve shirt, camouflaged obviously, and actually one of these is going to go in the wash, and this will probably be the shirt that I take. Last thing here is just merino wool, long johns, thermals, whatever you want to call them. Synthetics good, but synthetic will stink. Obviously cotton thermals are bad unless you're flying a plane, because if there's a fire in a plane, cotton's flame retardant. So depending on the activity you're doing, the material that you use is actually important when it comes to thermals. That is pretty much it. So I'm going to bung all those in a bag now and get prepped to fly out in 2 days' time to Hobart. So thanks for watching. There's going to be quite a few other alone related videos coming out, so I'll try and share with you the things that I've learnt from it and the things that you might want to know that you don't actually see in the real show. So thanks for watching.